Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. At the end of last session, the game crashed and I was annoyed, and it was very close to the end of, like, the period of time before Christmas or New Year or whenever it was, and I got annoyed and I rage quit, and then I put the game down for a couple of days because I was busy doing other things. So I'm gonna redo this encounter at the Shabby Wooden Doors and then get back to the Druid's Grove, start selling stuff, and then I'll pick up where we left off last time. So I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, I got through the fight. Different spell slots were probably used than the way I did it the first time round, just because of the nature of the randomness. But we're here in the Druid's Grove. I did also get the +1 dagger for Shadowheart again, which is good. And now we are here selling off a bunch of the jewellery and art and stuff. I'm going to pick up a potion of invisibility and the healing potions. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything here that I desperately need or want. How much are thieves' tools? 200 for 4. I think we'll be fine. So let's make sure we're balanced on this. And then I just want to check Gale. So Gale currently has Rain Dancer equipped, but you'll see there in his for sale is Rain Dancer. So that might have been what crashed it before. The duplication of an item it wasn't expecting to find 2 of. So I'm just going to steer clear of touching Rain Dancer again. And we'll just do what we can with whatever else we have. So the rest of this stuff we can hold on to. Shadowheart, you got anything great to get rid of? +1 Great Axe. I don't think we're ever going to wield it. So we'll get rid. The Watcher's Guide. Maybe. Haste Helm we should probably equip to somebody as also a regular helmet. We'll get rid of the stones and the plate and the standard dagger. That can go. I might have oversold there because I wasn't paying attention. But that's plenty enough trading right here. So we're back in the Druid's Grove. There's a bunch of stuff here that we didn't do the last time we visited. So let's take an opportunity to go and do some of that stuff. Starting with the little druid, little tiefling child that is being held by the druids. We'll take these gauntlets. Are we wearing gauntlets yet? We are, but Shadowheart probably isn't. And I think Shadowheart is capable of equipping them. Medium armor. So they have +1 on their strength saving throws. Not the biggest deal, but anytime a stat can be slightly larger than it otherwise would have been, I'll take it. Let me pick that, please.
Let's get this thing open.
Give ourselves some guidance on that. 9 + 2 + 2 + 2 is 15. What do we find? A little bit of extra cash. Nobody seems to be taking ownership of it. And then there's some hustle and bustle going on down here.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hell spawn, and you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
And in the question that Americans have, could a human beat a bear? Americans think they could, but no. Most people here have some common sense.
Stop! Move back at once.
Nah, mate. If it weren't for us, you would be having problems. Now let us through.
Kick back. Force my hand, and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giorna.
What?
I like how this guy actually has holes cut in his hood rather than just the graphic clipping through it.
Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
I shall go ahead. Alright, let's get the Paladin as the focus of the party, just so they have the Paladin options when we converse with stuff. And we'll head on through this stone door.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil, and I will cast out the rest.
No paladin option yet. Imprison her? She's just a child.
She's a parasite. She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
That snake looks better and better every patch.
Surely.
Do it.
The child's in danger. Do something, I beg you.
Right. Tiefling nature, Tiefling persuasion, Paladin persuasion, or detect thoughts. Tiefling nature. Don't druids cherish harmony? Jailing the girl disrupts nature's balance. Persuasion, release her. I'll see it that she stays out of trouble. Paladin persuasion. I am versed in the ways of justice. Make your case and I will pass judgment. Or detect thoughts. Read Karga's mind. Let's go with the Paladin option here. DC 10. No guidance here because I don't do guidance on speech checks in front of people, especially adversarial people. Oh god. We have inspiration? Yes. I'll take some inspiration. We should be able to pass this check. Good.
Very well. I'll defer to your ruling. My circle has offered grace to these outsiders. We gave them shelter from storm. We nourished their bellies. In return, these devils lured in a horde of goblins. And their spawn stole the one relic that might keep us safe. We've taken back our relic. But I will keep the fiend caged till our protection rite is complete.
And what do you have to say for yourself, child?
I was scared. They said when the rite was over we'd have to leave. But there's goblins out there and worse. And it's nice here. So I took the idol. I thought maybe then we could stay. Please let me go. I'll be good, I swear.
Well, Paladin, what say you?
Justice means nothing without mercy. Let her go. Return the girl to her family. She's made amends and you have your relic. Cage the girl is a fitting response to the crime she committed. Unfortunate but temporary. Detail her for only as long as... Should that be detain her? For only as long as is necessary. She's made amends and you have your relic.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Sif, Tila, to me.
Gale approves.
Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
I like how they can't decide whether it's Halsin or... Halsin or Halsin.
That woman has more venom in her heart than a snake in its fangs. But at least the child is safe. What is youth if not a time to be forgiven for one's transgressions?
I want to know all about Gale's transgressions. You have something to confess?
Ha! And you don't? You're wholly without vice or sin, or the occasional lapse in judgment? No. You don't strike me as quite that boring.
Urchin, not on my watch. Shadowheart is inspired. Inspiration gained. That's nice. It means that we get back the one that we spent on that check, which is something. So, her parents are going to be happy about her return. We can go resolve that bit. Hello.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened.
Great moustache.
Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her.
It's not much, but here. Know that if you call, we'll come running. No matter what.
I hope we meet again under better circumstances.
Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you for helping me.
Oh, and Snake Whisperer Will is inspired as well. Love to see it.
Not yours.
I feel like we should get some kind of extra option
I've never learned to converse with your
for being Tiefling and helping a Tiefling there. But Volo is here. Should we have a chat with Volo?
Yes. Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came?
Yeah, it was a couple of hours ago, but yeah.
A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest.
What's occurring, sir?
Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
They were very, very common, but flanked by booyags.
Oh my! A scholar after my own heart. Spent much time among goblins?
Just books, you know, my paladinic studies.
Uh-huh. I've always preferred experience to the second-hand accounts of lesser men, but to each their own. Now, I've a few more questions, if you don't mind. And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
There was not a dragon.
Witnesses failed to notice the obvious dragon.
Such a politician.
Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates?
Yeah, they did.
They did, didn't they? Oh, curious. Oh, curious indeed. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiat in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal.
Goblin superstition. Not watch the parchment and ink. Worth not
but
watch.
Superstition all. These goblins are informed by a kind of strategy anathema to their kind. I, for one, intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm just preparing to head to their camp as we speak, in fact. If you'll excuse me, I ought not to door roll.
Be careful. It's tricky out there.
Never you mind. Who needs mercy when you have a quick tongue and an invisibility potion stashed in one's back pocket? Until we meet again.
Alright. Arabella is safe. Volo is introduced. Gonna nip down here to the beach side because, if memory serves, because we are a strapping young paladin, we can move this rock out of the way. And underneath, the Amulet of Sylvanus, Lesser Restoration level 2 spell. This guy is attacking fish. I'm gonna take this amulet. But this bear is not happy about it. So, bye-bye bear. Of course, we miss. Let's not go with anything too extreme here. 2 whole damage there. At least the bear is last in the initiative. That will help us out a bit. Right. Big swings. Oh, yeah. We don't need to smite on that when we're going to only have to do 5 more damage. We have a +1 dagger. And our dexterity modifier is 2. So we just need to roll 2 damage on the dagger strike. 2 critical misses in a row. 3 critical misses. And not exactly in a row, but pretty close. Come now, we can hit this thing. Oh my god.
Survival is all that matters.
The dice rolls today are quite something. Alright. The bear is dealt with. We are 228 XP away from a level.
These adventurers, what have you heard?
Let's go and see the goblin in the back. Everyone loves the goblin in the back. Where are we? We're here. There's the house. There's the back. There's also a little chamber behind here that we might be able to get some XP in, and then we should be all set for level 4 when we get an ability score improvement or a feat if we want it. But typically at level 4, on standard point buy, I go for just the normal stuff. See how Paladin interacts here.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
Paladin. The goblin is in need of judgment. I should decide her fate. I didn't ask for you to say a damn thing. Keep out of it. Let's do nothing then.
Doesn't even matter if you kill me. I'm chosen by the absolute I am. I'm blessed.
Here it comes, you little beast.
Right. One dead Sazza. What does Will have to say about it?
She saved us the work of killing that goblin ourselves.
May the rest of the horde meet the same
Well,
fate.
this makes one down. Only a few thousand more to go.
God, could you imagine if it was a few thousand? Are these chests still empty? Yes. Okay. Alright then, let's take a little trip down this ledge then.
What's that?
It's a mysterious door. Right, so through here. Let's all get cautious. And by that I mean hide. I think Celasta's got me thinking in terms of caution. Right, there's the Guardian statue. Over here is the rune of the bear. This is a bear statue. So rather than just hitting this 20 times with a bow or Eldritch Blast, let's see if we can get over to this rune safely.
Let's see.
Alright, the rune is deactivated. I'm hoping that means that when we deal with this situation, we're going to be okay.
Give him something to cry about.
Don't wear his still need answers.
Alright, that only hit 2 of them, unfortunately, but we'll be alright. We get our action, because the enemy is surprised, but before we do that, let's get the others into the fight. We'll start with simple stuff. Oh, that's a crit. You love to see it. Do we have the range for, say, this? Yes, we do. Then Sharp Eyes over there. We miss. That is everyone in the initiative. This Guardian statue is in the initiative. I thought I turned it off. Now I'm slightly terrified. Gale was up.
Can't always be a gentleman.
Dead. Dead. Surprised. Alright, the Guardian statue did not act. That's lovely. Right, let's go and lay on hands. So we have Paladin. Divine Favor, Divine Sense, Heroism, lay on hands. 6 healing for this guy.
Healing will help.
Alright.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here.
Not today. How did they get in?
It's my fault. I thought I'd given them the slip, but they followed me through the tunnel back there. I must tell the others what happened. I stepped careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
A timely rescue. Folk hero Will is inspired once again. Let's get back to hiding then. We'll see what supplies these folks had. I'll take some acid and some gold. A great axe almost seems certainly worth selling. I'll leave the bow. Arrows of acid can come along though. Right. There's another rune down there.
Keeping my head down.
Leo.
Should mind my step.
With our high strength, we have a high jump distance. So we can get up here. Does that break our hidden? It does not. So we're going to go and inspect this rune. And this body. Gold, gems, and a key. Climb back up here. And hop back down again with our mighty leap. Right, there must be other things to turn off. Mustn't there? There's one there. Rune of the Eagle. That looks like the eagle to me. So we'll turn that off at our next available moment. Right. I think we're okay. We come out of hiding ourselves. Gold piece. Whole bunch of barrels.
With haste.
And this thing. Perception failed, but I'm just gonna move these barrels away. And a little bit further still. You can really see the dynamic lighting of our dark vision. When we're staring in this way, our dark vision illuminates this space. But when we turn around, we don't have dark vision on this space, so we can't see it nearly as clearly. The dynamic lighting, quite good. We unlock that. We find Nature's Snare. Fly trap. Chance to ensnare target if it is not a plant or a beast. And then there's a bunch of crates here. I think we'll find a useful thing or two if we dig through them. Scroll of Rare Frost, Scroll of Potion of Lightning Resistance. Thieves' Tools.
Something good here, I hope.
A good stash. Healing Potion. More Thieves' Tools. Scroll of Magic Missile. Plenty of stuff for Gale. Another Healing Potion. We don't need the Barrel of Water. Alright. A good day's adventuring, I would say. Let's get everyone hidden and unhidden. How are we doing towards that level? 158 points remaining. Let's go and see the owl bear, shall we? No idea how we're going to specifically resolve that encounter, but probably going to end up in a fight. I don't think we're we don't have a druid or a ranger, so I'm not anticipating
These tracks.
particularly good conversation.
Bow-legged. Goblins, I'd say.
Thanks for your insight, Shadowheart, on the thing we already definitely know. We need to get down to this cave here. So we'll come round, cross over the river. No harm to us, of course, just a nice fresh river. And then we have a few things that we can do inside this cave. Will is a little injured, but I'm reluctant to...
Tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
I'm reluctant to do a short rest until we use Will's spell slots, because he gets all of his spells back on a short rest. We don't need to hide yet.
On my way.
I'm going to start off with a left. Come down here. Feels like so long ago that all of this was new and novel and dangerous.
Hardly a place of honor.
Can we get everyone else over here, please?
A wizard sealed this chest. Wasn't an amateur either.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Alright, Shadowheart. Hop over here.
I must keep going. That might be worth a look.
A prayer dedicated to Saloon, imploring all to accept the Moon Maiden's blessing and share in her bounty.
A Saloonite prayer, marked with the same symbol as the chest. I'll have to sully my tongue and recite it.
A dusty volume that speaks of the conflict between the siblings goddess Saloon and Shah after Saloon ignited the sun and brought life-sustaining light, warmth to the universe. So, Shadowheart there said in her bark that we should recite the prayer over here. So, we come into our inventory and find it and read it. Nothing happens. If we instead pass it over to our paladin, perhaps, and he recites the prayer, the chest is unlocked. Because of Shadowheart's religion, she was unable to interfere with the magics.
Or even destroy it if possible.
Let's go against the regular stuff and say, if you insist.
I do. Thank you for understanding.
Can I hit the box? I can, but it has medium toughness. If we examine that, the material is unusually strong. Only a hit that deals at least 22 damage can damage it. I used this property once on a vault door in a gambling hall in a city I was running a game in, and the players were just like attacking this door incessantly, and it's like, sorry guys, unless you've got TNT or something, not gonna happen. Right, Scroll of Detect Thoughts we can take though. Elixir of Psychic Resistance. Potion of Healing. Let's have Gale poke this instead. The Moondrop Pendant. When the wearer has 50% or less hit points, they don't provide opportunity attacks. Oh. Are we trying to steal this behind Shadowheart's back? Is that what's happening here? That's super interesting. Alright, give me another go. We've got so much inspiration. Yes. Alright, but what happens if Shadowheart takes it instead? Strange, okay. I'll take it. I didn't upset anybody. Right, that amulet. Someone should bother to wear it. Because if we've got it, we might as well flaunt it, right? equally,
No one stopped me yet.
is there a group inventory button? Is that a thing that I'm thinking of? Expanded inventory? Not what I'm thinking of. Show party inventory. That's everybody's stuff. I just want everyone's inventories in one screen so I can move stuff, but I guess not.
Never a dull moment.
Sort by type. Right. Who gets what out of all this? Gale gets cantrips and spells he can definitely cast. Wizard spells for the wizard. The rest can stay as is, I think. Melf's Acid Arrow would be a good one to transcribe later.
Let me work my magic.
If we go to our spell book, that is somewhere around here. Is it J? Or K for skills? Yep. So, this is our spell book. And we have these scrolls in our inventory. And we can learn these spells that we don't know by consuming the scroll and spending some gold. So, for example, if we wanted to learn Melf's Acid Arrow, it would be 50 gold. I don't know what the star means. Oh, it's probably, these spells are our School of Magic, and so as such, they are discounted to us because they're evocation spells. And we have a bunch of money. Can I see my full spell book? Yeah, so in Baldur's Gate 3, you can prepare spells outside of a long rest, so long as you're not in combat. I only change my prepared spells after a long rest, though, because that's how it is in 5th edition. But we can learn more spells immediately if we want to just expand our options. So let's learn Melf's Acid Arrow. So we've consumed that scroll, spent 50 gold, and now we can prepare that spell later if we so choose. I'd also like to do that with Featherfall. And Burning Hands. And Invisibility. Let's do those. So now those are in our spellbook for later use, which is lovely. That's one of the strengths of a wizard and their flexibility. Whereas other classes like Sorcerer would be or Warlock even, are limited to the spells that they have learnt during their level ups. Wizard can learn more spells and then prepare them on different days and different occasions. Whereas Druids and Clerics and the like have a number of prepared spells they can change each day. So, let's get stealthy.
That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt.
Right. There is the owlbear. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to tease you. We're going to walk back a little bit. I'm going to save the game there, and then next time we will come and attack or otherwise interact with this owlbear and the owlbear cub and see how we can resolve this together. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.